Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack. So I like to make a lot of videos talking about the current meta, the past meta, and also more recently, the future meta, and just kind of prepare you guys on what you should expect. That's especially what I did with Season 10, because Brigitte was going to be game-changing. She was a great hero, and as you guys know, she did take over the meta. She made Reinhardt not really useless, but probably a terrible tank. However, we all know Symmetra's changes are going to be coming up here in a hot minute, and what I wanted to talk about was D.Va's spot, because D.Va's been one of those tanks that's never really dropped out of the meta. There was never really a time where she was completely useless. There's not really ever a time there she was heavily countered. In fact, it's probably the opposite. There was times where she was the favorite tank, where she was the best tank to play. But a big reason why I'm making this video is to really, I guess, inform you guys of what could be going on when you do pick D.Va and why it could be a bad pick for your team, because D.Va's one of the most popular heroes in the whole entire hero cast. So people are going to be playing D.Va no matter what meta. They're going to be maining her, they're going to be one-tricking her. But if I just really explain to you guys like the equation whenever it comes to picking D.Va and why it could be bad, then I feel like I could be making the difference in your game. If you're a D.Va main, I'm not trying to say that she's the worst hero in the game, but just how there's better picks that you could be playing in this near future meta. But coming up here in the near future, and why I'm deeming now to probably be the worst time to be playing D.Va is just because of what she's really good at in Overwatch is either A, not going to be needed, or B, could just be done by a different hero and at a better, more efficient rate. Well, what are some things that she's really good at? Well, let's talk about some diving on the enemy team. Let's talk about some peeling to your own teammates. We can also talk about negating firepower, except for things like a May Freeze, a Zarya Beam, or, this is the key phrase right here, a Symmetra Beam. What's about to be coming up here in Season 11, probably what could already be going on right now, is not D.Va's spot. Because if you want to look at the diving aspect of D.Va, because that's one thing she's good at. She's a mobile tank. She can get in the enemy's faces. Well, Winston can already do that, and the good thing about Winston is that he has protection. He has his little bubble, so it's not like he's going to be absorbing all that firepower, where D.Va, she only has that little defense matrix cone that covers her front part, not all 360 around her, right? Okay, well, let's talk about her peel ability, because this is one thing that she's still going to be excelling at, and that you really do need, especially if you have a vulnerable backline, like a Zenyatta or a Mercy versus like a Tracer or a Genji, so that forever will be one of her greatest things and the big reason why you will always need a D.Va. But now let's look at the killing factor and what's going to make D.Va a little less useful in the near future and could possibly already be happening right now, and that is negating firepower. This is really good against projectiles and bullets, say a Soldier, a McCree, a Reaper, stuff like that. And I guess against the Hanzo that is good, but the big killing factor against the Hanzo is that you have this big pink Korean mech right in front of you versus a Hanzo. So yeah, you can negate a lot of the storm arrows and just a lot of his shots, but after your defense matrix is up, what are you going to do? You're this big open pink target that you can just feed his arrows. So yeah, you can still kill the Hanzo if you're good enough, but also remember, he has this ability where he can kind of just jump away and then shoot some more. So remember that when you're going against a Hanzo right now. But now let's look into the future. Let's pull another That's So Raven, and let's look at versus a Symmetra. Because remember how I said you're always going to be facing Symmetra? I'm not exaggerating. You saw that with Brigitte. Why wouldn't you see that right now with Symmetra? But when you do see that Symmetra on the enemy team and you're running D.Va, what are you going to do? Because what you also have to look at is what D.Va is bad at. You have to remember, she's not good at protecting the whole entire team, and also herself. She's decent at it because of her defense matrix, but that, again, it only covers the front part of her. She's really bad at long range attacks, so she has to get up close and personal with the enemy team. And she's also really bad at not feeding when she's stuck in a situation or when she's caught with her pants down. So let's look at the last two things. She has to get in the enemy's face, and she's really bad at not feeding. So when you're versing a Symmetra, their main DPS, what's going to happen? To kill her, you have to get up close and personal, but you're also not protecting when you're facing her. And a bad thing about Symmetra that you don't want to do is let her charge her beam up, and that's what she's gonna do when she sees that big pink Korean mech right in front of her. If you as D.Va does not have protection from like a Zarya bubble or a Winston bubble, Symmetra's just gonna be able to shred through that defense matrix, build up her charge, and in turn kill you, kill the other tank, probably kill your support line, and just kill everybody else. Why? Because, well, you tried to go and kill the Symmetra, which is a terrible counter with D.Va. It's just basic facts like that. Now, unless you can somehow kill the Symmetra right away with your micro missiles and just basically shoot her and boop her away, then maybe you can kill her, and that's going to be the deciding factor. But there's another variable in that equation that you totally forgot about, and that is Brigitte still being a prevalent support hero. Brigitte and Symmetra is going to be a deadly combo. Y'all thought Pharmacy was a deadly combo? It still is, and probably is still one of the deadliest combos of all time, but Symmetra and Brigitte is going to be so deadly just because of the armor shield combo. But also remember this, if you as D.Va by yourself go and try to dive the Symmetra and you get her low, well, all Brigitte has to do is press one single button, throw an armor pack, and she regenerates health and probably armor on top of that, which means she gets sustainability, which means the third thing happens, which is the one thing D.Va is bad at, and that is getting caught with your pants down. She got support, you have no form of protection, she's going to be able to charge her beam, and like I said before, she's going to be able to kill you, your tanks, everyone on the field, all because you decided to play D.Va and try to counter her, when you should have been playing someone else. This is why I'm making this video, because there's a lot of D.Va mains that follow my channel. There's just a lot of D.Va players in general that don't really recognize the mistakes they could be making just because they're playing a semi-decent hero in previous seasons. Just recognize what you could be doing. You're not necessarily feeding, but you're not playing the most optimal hero to try to deal with the Hanzo and Symmetra when you could be playing Winston. This is why I said Winston's probably going to be taking over Season 11 in the tank role, just because he can destroy the Symmetra turrets and possibly destroy Symmetra herself with a little bit of protection, because you have that jump ability to get out of there, but also you have that bubble to maybe not get destroyed by Symmetra and Hanzo. So really, that's why I wanted to make this video. I'm not hitting on D.Va because I want to remind you guys, D.Va is one of my most favorite heroes, not only to play, but just in general. And it's going to make me sad when I'm dealing with the Symmetra and Hanzo meta because, well, why play a D.Va when you can play a Winston? Just remember that saying. I want you guys to implement that into your brain. Why play D.Va when I can play a Winston? If you're in a situation where you're facing against a Hanzo and a Symmetra, determine their skill, and if you're an awesome D.Va main, then continue to play D.Va. But if they're destroying you, remember, well, why should I be playing a D.Va when I could be playing a Winston? And that's why I made this video. So anyway, guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come, and bye.